Hello, in this video I will show you how to resize your virtual machine hard drive. For example, if you created only 50 gigs hard drive for your virtual machine and you need more space, how can you increase your hard drive? In this video I will show you two examples on Manjaro and Ubuntu VM. This should be a bit different, I'll tell you why later, but let's start with Ubuntu VM. Here we have a 100 gigs VM hard drive. So first things first, we need to increase this drive to, for example, 150 gigs. We know which hard drive we need to increase. That's Bill & Labs Ubuntu. So we should go to the files, Virtual Media Manager, and here we need to find our hard drive here. As you can see, we have one snapshot, but for this we should click here and increase the sliders to 150 or just type 150 gigs and select apply. The strange thing here, if you now see the snapshot, the current snapshot is still at 100 gigs. So for this thing to work, we just need to revert to our init state, and by doing this we change both our drive and our snapshot to 150 gigs. And now we can simply start our VM, and when we are inside our VM we need the program called Gparted. If it's not installed by default, we can install the program by opening the terminal with Ctrl Alt T and then just type sudo apt install Gparted. Press enter, input your root password, select yes, wait a couple of seconds, and you have Gparted installed. Now the easiest way is to press super key and just start typing Gparted, and here we have our program. Click on it, input your root password, and here we are. Now we can see that we have actually 50 gigs of init hard drive and that we extend that drive to 150 gigs. The easiest way to increase this space, if you for example need another partition, is just to select this this partition and click new, create as primary partition, file system is okay, and click add. But like this you will have, as I already said, like second partition or D partition. But how can you increase this space here? For that we basically need to increase this extended partition here. So can we do that on the fly? We can, because we don't have anything here, so we can just right click, resize and move, and increase this slider until the end, and select resize. Now again we can now, instead of extended, select this root partition, right click, resize and extend, resize. And now we have a full 150 gigs for our root partition, and this was our goal. This is a bit different if you have a swap part and you cannot easily do this like in Ubuntu, and this was very easy. Okay, let's increase our virtual hard disk size in Manjaro as well. First things first, let's identify our hard drive. Let's go to the file, Virtual Media Manager, select that hard drive, and let's increase from 70 to 100 gigs and click apply. Now let's increase the size of our snapshot as well to 100. Click apply, and if we go inside, we would like every snapshot to be 100. And apply. Now we can simply start our VM, switch, and now as you can see we have our extra space here. As in Ubuntu, the easiest way is just to create a new partition as a primary, and that's it. Now you have additional space in second partition for your data and stuff. But what if you want to extend this main partition? How can you do that? If we try the same approach as we did in Ubuntu, by simply clicking resize, you see that we now cannot move this slider here. This is because subpartition is located here, and basically there is no space here for us to extend our root partition. So what to do? We need to move this swap somewhere around here. So let's try that. Right click on subpartition and swap off. Now we disable swap for our Manjaro so that we can move this partition here. Move. I will just click and drag this partition to the end and click resize or move. This is just a warning if you are moving partition that sometimes you can moving a partition may cause your operating system to fail to boot. This represents when moving boot partition or partition with grub installed. In our case we are moving swap, so this doesn't apply to us. So we will click OK. So let's leave a couple of megs at the end. Click resize, click OK, and now this is OK. Now again let's click on our root partition, right click, resize, and just extend, and we are done. Of course, after everything, to apply changes, we need to create apply all operations. Here you have short overview of operations for this example. So we are moving our swap partition to the right without increasing the size, and we are growing our root partition from 41 gigs to 89 gigabytes. So let's switch our swap on again. Okay, and we are set that first we need to apply those changes, so let's apply them. And let's now enable our swap again, and we are done. We increased the size of our root partition by first moving our swap partition. This is not only for Manjaro, this is the same process you need to do in Ubuntu as well when you have the swap partition applied. And that's it. See you in the next video.